the Division III Norwalk District Semifinal, where we could see more history here tonight on the OH Report as the Crestview Cougars, the number 2 seed, look to make its first district championship appearance since 1965, but standing in their way, the number 3 seed Huron Tigers, down a division this year, looking to get back to a regional. We have all the action coming your way on your smartphone, TV, PC, tablet, any smart device you have, and it's coming your way next.
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Civista Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, it just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Civista.
Need your lawn looking its best? Then Clips & Cuts is who you call. We have the knowledge, experience, and passion to create the most beautiful lawns and landscaping for residential and commercial mowing, plus complete landscape installments, landscape design, shrub pruning, and tree trimming. We also specialize in hardscape, offering a variety of patios, retaining walls, water features, and even snow plowing during the winter months. Call Nick Ritchie to schedule your services today.
Hi, I'm Josh with Scout Construction, proud sponsor of local teams and athletes. Check out your favorite local sports right here on the OH Report.
We welcome you inside the Civista Bank pregame show for this, the Division III Norwalk District Semifinal number 1 between number 3 Huron and number 2 Crestview. Hello everybody, my name is Travis Berardi. I'll be joined by Hayden Gray here in a little bit, but first we have a special guest here on the Civista pregame show, and that is Mansfield News Journal award-winning reporter Jake Furr. Jake, this could be a special night. I had Northmore, their first ever district final appearance, clinching that last night. Crestview tonight, a little bit of history as well. They can clinch their first district final appearance since '65.
And that's insane given, I mean, you know, Crestview does have some storied history with boys basketball. You know, and lately it's kind of been down, but there's a big resurgence going on right here, right now. And it's been a lot of fun to watch this entire year. And, you know, they've made history with every game during the regular season now. I mean, they have a chance to do some more. So, I mean, if anybody can do it, I think it's this team right here.
Now, a team that they're facing is, I'll let you come through the pregame show with me, but for the team they're facing, it's a Huron squad.
Wow.
Dropped down a division. They were in 2. They won the region last year with some great players. This year, the runners-up in the Sandusky Bay, they fell to a very good Willard squad that nearly knocked off Lexington last week.
Right.
But this is a very tough Huron squad that Crestview's going to have to get past.
I mean, when you think of Huron and winning a Division II district title, I mean, this game is probably just another game for them. I mean, there's probably no nerves going on that side of the floor, and there's probably a lot of nerves going on Crestview's side of the floor just because this is kind of unfamiliar territory a little bit. But, yeah, whenever you're playing a team that ran through a Division II district, man, it's going to be tough sledding. But, you know, if Crestview comes in and kind of thinks about that and says, you know what, we're playing with nothing to lose. We're playing against the defending Division II district champ. Let's just go out here and see what we can do. I think that's the best way to kind of approach this thing.
And they're going to have to get by one of the best players in the district as well, Dylan Hohler, averaging 20.4 points per game, 46% from the field, 9 rebounds, 4.9 assists. What does Crestview need to do to limit him tonight?
You know, in games like this where it's almost like just one person can kind of beat you, you maybe in the first half maybe maybe let him get his and shut everybody else down and see what that does, and then maybe make an adjustment at halftime. But you know, I mean, they're going to have to put multiple guys on him. I think they're going to have to keep keep a rotation of different defenders. Maybe run somebody at them for 4 minutes straight, sub them out, run another one at 4 minutes, kind of like what Clear Fork girls do to some of their best defensive players. They just kind of rotate people all over, and I think that's kind of what Crestview has to do. They may have to go a little bit deeper in their bench just on a defensive strategy standpoint, but it's going to be tough to handle. That kid's pretty darn good. You're not a District 6 Player of the Year for nothing.
Well, they did face a Division I District Player of the Year, and they were able to knock off Madison at home as we take a look inside the pregame show at the team spotlight for the Cougars. But what have you liked about them this season? They haven't shied away from the non-conference schedule. Firelands, it was a decent Firelands conference. You had Monroeville coming back at the end of the year. Western Reserve was on as of late. St. Paul made a run in their district. But that non-conference schedule is really what got Crestview prepared for this run.
And they beefed it up, and for good reason. I think they knew this year was kind of going to be a year. I think next year is going to be the year because they only lose 2 seniors. But, just how these guys kind of approach everything. I think it carried over from football. I know there's only maybe 2 guys on this team that played football, but that success in the school kind of carries over with a different mental change. And I just love how balanced they are. I mean, it seems like every single night they can have 4 guys go off for 15 points.
Yeah.
And it just changes the game in that aspect because you can't just focus on 1 or 2 guys. You got to focus on 4. And if you try to shut down 3, then there's that 1 more that's going to go off.
And I know you've been talking with head coach John Kurtz. He is familiar with games like these, but I know you probably talked to him about the history that could happen as well tonight. What is the thought process going through the Crestview locker room right now, knowing that they're kind of playing with house money right now, but also a win could put them into the history books.
And I don't think they're putting too much emphasis on that right now, just because that just kind of adds some unneeded pressure. But I did talk to John a little bit before the game, and I just said, "Hey man, how you doing?" He goes, "Man, I'm nervous." And for a guy who's been doing this since 1988, to be nervous before a game, he has a passion for this thing, passion for coaching, passion for the sport. So it's really good to see that kind of thing going on with that group. And it just seems like they all really care about what they're doing, really care about their teammates, and and it's never a bad thing when you can kind of put a team together that really cares about each other.
And when you have a player like sophomore Justice Thompson out there that's just been phenomenal this season, 15.8 points, just about 52% from the field, almost 2 threes a game. But the best stat that I love about his play, 91.3% from the free throw line. Yeah. He's a kid, despite being a sophomore, that when the game's close at the end, like Colonel Crawford this year, like Madison this year, he can go to the charity stripe and you can rely on him to get you big points.
And that's called putting in the work.
Yeah.
You don't shoot 91% from the free throw line without putting an emphasis on that during your off season and just in the summer, just taking countless shots. But yeah, the kid's been phenomenal. I think he's kind of an X factor for him all year. Whenever they need a big bucket, he's the one that can go and get it. And that's a huge luxury to have on this team right here.
Here with Mansfield News Journal sports reporter Jake Furr. This is going to be a very good. I'm looking forward to it. I know Hayden's giddy about it. He's so giddy he can't talk at the moment. But this is a great matchup. But we've had some great matchups the last couple of weeks. And tomorrow, since you're here, let's talk about that Ashland district in Division II. First, the rematch between Sandusky and Mansfield Senior, where Mansfield Senior nearly knocked off Sandusky at home a couple weeks ago.
Right.
Let's start with that game. That should be a heavyweight battle right there.
Yeah, it was a 5-point difference. I was talking to the Sandusky reporter a little bit ago. I said, man, what do you think about that game? And, he was like, well, Sandusky was coming off of like 3 games in 4 days. It was a non-conference road game where it didn't mean a whole lot. So, he thought that could have been a little bit of a trap game for Sandusky. They came out with a win. But you know what? Senior high, man, they're playing probably the best basketball right now of any team that we're watching, winning like I think 8 straight or something ridiculous like that. But they're playing so well. They've won tight games, so I think that's going to help them here coming tomorrow night, man. It's going to be so much fun. I can't wait for it.
And then if you can't get enough of that game number 2, Shelby Lexington Part 2. We were at Shelby High School for that first game. It was pretty good. I mean, Alex Brustcotter, though, had a tough second half. Fogle, though, made up for his first half, second half.
Right.
That was the difference. But you got to think both those players are going to come out to play for full four quarters, and that's probably the marquee game in the state tomorrow night.
That's the ticket right there. What'll be interesting, I'm really interested to see the adjustments made from the first game, because I know they probably didn't pull out all the punches that they possibly could have in the first game. Didn't want to reveal too much because they knew there was a possible rematch happening. And here we are, man. I'm interested to kind of see the gameplay of the whole thing.
And you got to think, whoever ends up winning that district, not only out of these next two games, but wins that district, is going to have a legit shot of being competitive in a regional just because of who they played. And, hey, you never know that one of these teams might make it to Dayton in 2 weeks.
Definitely. Yeah, I mean, it's not a super strong region by any stretch, but, you know, whenever you get to a regional, it's kind of a crapshoot anyway. But, yeah, I kind of looked at the possible matchups, and anything can happen in that thing.
All right, Jake Furr, I'll let you get down on the floor to get those award-winning pictures that you got, but I appreciate you for joining us on this, and we'll talk again sometime.
Definitely, for sure.
Jake Furr, Mansfield News Journal, here in the pregame show, as we now will welcome in my compadre for the evening one, Hayden Gray. Hello, Hayden.
Hello.
How are you today?
Good. I was just crowned. I feel really official. Just knighted me.
This is going to be a fun game.
Absolutely.
Two high-seeded teams. Like Jake was saying, I know you were here listening in as well, but Huron's a team that dropped down from Division 2 to Division 3. They have the pieces back, and Crestview maybe, peaking a year early. I wouldn't say peaking, but they're a team that people thought next year would be the main season for them, and they're in a district semifinal as a 2 seed this year.
Yeah, I think Crestview is one of those schools that kind of likes righting their wrongs, proving people wrong. And like Jake said, the success in the football program, they've had their share of doubters, and only a couple guys play basketball that are within that as well. But I think Jake worded that well. It kind of translates throughout your whole school culture when your school's not that big. So I think that's come over to the basketball court this year, and they've kind of attacked it with that same energy.
All right, we're going to send things down to the floor for the playing of our national anthem, the Star Spangled Banner. Just about ready to go between Huron and Crestview. And Hayden, I asked Jake about his thoughts of Crestview this season. I'm going to ask you the same thing. This has been a special year for this squad.
It has, and I think ever since they started going on that streak and just tallying off those wins, once you get to that point, that's one of those where you want to go after those milestones, set those records. They've got the one for the most wins in program history. They're trying to continue that historic streak tonight. Like you mentioned, last night we saw history on the boys' side, and I think this is another local team that wants to continue to do that this year. I think they got a great group of guys that really has that hard work mentality to them. They're not always going to be the most flashy. They're not going to always put up the most points, but again, ever since they started to have a lot of success on the football field, I think all of Crestview athletics have really, kind of embraced that grit mentality.
We're just about ready to go here between these two squads. So let's take a look at the starters for, that's Crestview actually, here we go, for Huron. Luke Rager, Jake Lagondo, Adam Murray, Dylan Hohler, and Jackson McNulty. Dylan Hohler, one of the best players in the area, Hayden. Crestview's going to, what Jake said, they might let him get his and focus on other players, but if you can shut down Dylan Hohler, you're going to have a chance tonight.
Yeah, easier said than done. Kid's just a phenomenal athlete, not only on the basketball court. He's committed to play football at the University of Toledo. So it's crazy when you can say arguably this isn't even his best sport, but the kid, I'm sure, had option to choose what to pursue in college, and he's going to be a problem here tonight, no doubt about it. So the Cougars will have to keep an eye on him, whether they just kind of accept their fate and know that he's going to go out and score. However they choose to attack it, they got to know the kid's a baller, and he's going to come out tonight and get his.
As the starters now getting announced, I want to welcome everybody watching live and free this evening on the OH Report. Let us know where you're watching from. Give us a shout out. We'll shout you out here this evening. Big game. Big games, I should say, Hayden, as yesterday kicked off a nice stretch of district and regional girls, district boys. Tomorrow we'll be at Buckeye Central's regional against Berlin Center Western Reserve. Also have, like we said, that district semifinal in Ashland. But it should be a great game tomorrow, as well as now we will take a look at the starting lineups for the Crestview Cougars. Cash, Bruner, Barker, Thompson, and Jarek Ringler. Cougars looking to make history this evening here at Norwalk High School. In a historic venue, you could say, Hayden.
Yeah, another great historic gym. Got a great crowd packed in here for it tonight, too.
Crestview coached by head coach John Kurtz. Huron coached by head coach Bobby James, as we are ready to go here. (16-6) versus 21-2. Owen Barker, Dylan Hohler, ready to jump it up.
Two of the area's best football players. It's kind of fun.
That is true. And Rager gets the tip. Huron with the first possession. We are underway in this district semifinal. Rager on the elbow. Gets it inside the Hohler. Double team, puts up, blocked, but stays alive with Huron. Three in the air, no good. Another offensive board. Hohler looking inside. They will reset.
It's going to be important. Don't want to give up too many second chance looks for Huron tonight. They'll make you pay.
Hohler, top the key, thought about the three. Instead gives it up. Gets it back. Takes it into the hole. Lays it up and in. 2-0 Huron. Hohler on the board.
And that's what can happen. That was his second chance. The team got three different looks at the basket that time.
Cougars' first possession of the game. Cash gets it straight away to Owen Barker. Now to Thompson. Thompson backs it out. As the Cougars will reset, you hear Coach Kirch yelling, "Run it again." And this may help the Cougars out as well, as they're slowing down the pace to their pace.
Yeah, I think these are two teams that are trying to kind of feel each other out here early on.
Hohler with the steal in the hoop. 4-0. Ringler gets it left side. Thompson, he's going to pull up for three. Off the back iron, no good. Rebound. That'll go to McNulty. And he's going to get fouled as you take a look at the steal and bucket.
Nice job by Hohler making that look nice and casual there, the adjustment on the take to the hoop.
Bruner called for his first foul. 4-0 the score. As Huron looks to add on. Hohler into the lane, scoops it, gets it to go. He's got the first 6 for Huron.
Starting to feel real similar to last night, Travis, where Grant Bentley popped off early for Northmore, scored several of their first points. So far, Dylan able to do that for Huron. Three-pointer in the air from Crestview is off.
Offensive board. Puts it up, off the rim, no good. Saved into the hands of Huron as they look to add on to their good start. Rager hands it off, now right side to Murray, now to Hohler. Kicks it right side, 3 in the air, off the mark, no good. Rebound saved by Crestview, but Hohler's going to get it back. Throws it inside, layup shot, good. It's 8-0 Huron.
Coach Kurtz electing to keep him out there, though, not taking a timeout yet.
Jackson McNulty gets the bucket. Bruner gets it left side to Ringler. Coming up on the midway point of quarter number 1, 8-0 Huron. Outside to Heath Cash. At the top of the key, looking for a screen. Gets it in to Owen Barker. Barker around, scoops, no good, hits the floor, rebound to Huron. Murray gets it to Hohler, then back to Murray. Still reset with 4 minutes left in the first. Left side, Rager thought about the three, instead he'll get into the lane, puts it up, no good. Rebound to Crestview.
That's how they got to secure rebounds right there. Had a couple guys going for it. Got to get both arms around that ball, secure it.
Deep 3 in the air off the front iron, no good. Hohler with the long rebound. Might have forced that one to try and get some points on the board. On the other end, a nice take to the hole, and there is the timeout for Crestview. What a start by the third-seeded Tigers of Huron, as Rager's on the board with 2 points. It's 10-0.
And that wasn't a give-me layup either. He did a nice job again, adjusting, maneuvering around the defense there. Nice 10-0 way to start the district semi.
Once again, I want to welcome everybody watching this evening live and free on the OH Report. Jocelyn McCauley, go Crestview Cougars. Daniel Stotts, go Cougars. David Graber, big time game, go Cougars and Justice Thompson. Ed Fick watching from Port Clinton. Beverly Owens, good luck Cougars. And John McEwen on YouTube watching in Perrysburg.
I think right now Huron just looks a little bit more confident and comfortable in their game. Crestview looks a little bit nervous out here. But I think Jake did a nice job of talking about why you would be that nervous during the pregame. You know, this game has a lot riding for the Cougars.
Hi, Brian Skoronsky. Nice to see that you're watching this evening. Takes it to the hole, puts it up and in. Cougars finally on the board as Thompson gets his first points. That'll be deflected out of bounds, and it will stay with Crestview.
That was a nice take. Had to give a little bit of elevation to that layup, get it over the two defenders.
Huron looking to inbounds. Hohler gets it. Closely guarded. That goes off of someone's foot. Whose did it go off of? It went off of Hohler's. It's a turnover.
Be the first turnover of the night for the Tigers. Great opportunity now. You got about 3 minutes left to kind of work your way back into the game. before the end of the first quarter.
Ringler gets it back out to Justice Thompson. Into the lane, off the rim, missed it. Rebound Huron. Tyson Ringler into the game for the Cougars. Rager with it, left side. Coming up on 2 minutes left in the first, 10-2 Huron. Inside, Rager's blocked. Back out to Hohler for three, short. But they'll get another offensive board. Three-point attempt, in and out. Knocked out of bounds, and will finally go to Crestview as they survive that possession.
Yeah, Cougars got to get both claws on the ball, Travis. They got to dig them in deep when they're trying to go for those rebounds.
Cougars looking to cut into this lead. Forced it in, but gets it back out. Three in the air. We'll get a foul underneath, and it will go against Crestview. So we take a look at the Sutton Bank replay, and you see the shove by Owen Barker. His first, team's second. .140 left opening quarter. Rager. He's going to take it into the lane. Gets his defender up in the air. Gets it away, though. Hohler. Going to get fouled. And they will inbound.
Nice job not to give him anything easy there, though, because, you know, aggressive kid like Hohler could have driven to the basket there, but Crestview kind of collapsed them there.
Justice Thompson called for his first. Rager into the lane, pull-up jumper. Offensive board, no bueno. And the third is counted for two and the harm.
And that's going to continue to get the Cougars in trouble. I mean, that's got to be about the 6th or 7th offensive rebound here in the first quarter. Not everyone has led to points, but if he makes this free throw, they'll have 5 points made off of second chance to looks off of these offensive rebounds.
Jake Lagondo with the bucket. Offensive board put back and in.
Make it 6 second chance points.
Hohler's got 8. It's 14-2. 1 minute left in the first. Thompson kicks it to Cash. Back out the Ringler. Thompson thought for a second about the deep three, but instead will give it away. And Hohler gets the steal. Kicks it left side to Lagondo. Back out front to Rager. What a pass and look.
Great patience from the Tigers that time.
Quickly the other end. Cougars will get a foul and some free throws. So we take a look at the...
Actually ruled that one on the floor. Excuse me, Trav, you're right.
It's all right. We were still in the replay, so it's okay.
Odd when they point to the floor, but...
Rager called for his first, and now they will call on the floor. You're right, Hayden.
That's kind of bizarre. I thought might have been a shooting foul, but
16-2. The score with 10.9 left. Thompson, turnaround jumper deflected by Hohler. Deflected back by Crestview. At the buzzer, the lay-in is no good. And that's how quarter one will end. It's been all Huron for the first 8 minutes. They lead 16-2.
Need your lawn looking its best? Then Clips and Cuts is who you call. We have the knowledge, experience, and passion to create the most beautiful lawns and landscaping for residential and commercial mowing, plus complete landscape installments, landscape design, shrub pruning, and tree trimming. We also specialize in hardscape, offering a variety of patios, retaining walls, water features, and even snow plowing during the winter months. Call Nick Ritchie to schedule your services today.
The defending Division II district champions taking care of business early on here in this D3 semifinal. 16-2 Huron over Crestview. Travis Berardi back here with Hayden Gray. And Crestview's got to get something going here offensively before this gets out of hand.
Yeah, they just seem pretty much locked down by the Tiger defense. They haven't had much space for shot creation, and there really hasn't been much movement other than that.
Ringler, near ankle breaker, gets it back out to Heath Cash. And Coach Kurtz is going to call a timeout. Not happy with how that opening possession of the quarter was going. Really, Crestview wasn't getting any push there on that possession.
I think this is a good opportunity, though, early to kind of get everyone on the same page. You don't want to start off the second quarter on a bad note. Who knows what happens in that. They turn the ball over, and Huron gets a quick 2 points. Possibly 3, and you just want to try and nip this up in the butt.
Beverly Owens, good luck Cougars. Tim Keever, go Cougars. Tracy Cunningham, let's go Cougars. Brian Skronsky on his night off, watching from his backyard in Mansfield. Grilling season, well, it's a grilling day. Wait until.
Yeah, it is hot in this gym. Oh my goodness, it's like 70 humid. Degrees outside. It's like 80
Beautiful
in
day
here.
outside, but you know, you get that point when it's warm outside. Ooh. And it, you know, just the bricks. The cinder blocks around the gym just,
they just absorb it.
Heat things up. It's like a grill in here. Kathy Pruner, go Crestview Cougars from Ontario, Ohio. Michelle Cheadle, go Cougars. David Grabber. Rebounds and drive and score or kickouts. Yep. Yeah, that's pretty much what they need to do here.
Well, and drawing a parallel from last night, Travis, didn't for Northmore, head coach Blake Tackey call a timeout just about 10 or 15 seconds into the third quarter, and then they come right out and score 2 points.
Yeah, it was after a bucket that got some momentum for Delaware Christian. That turnaround jumper doesn't go. Ball on the floor, and they're going to say mutual possession as it went out of bounds. They'll say a jump ball, and it will go the way of Huron for their first possession of quarter number 2.
So I know that didn't result in points for Crestview, but I don't know if that's a shot exactly they wanted, but that at least had a chance of going down. Some of the shots tonight just haven't had any breathing room.
Dylan Hohler, 8 points in that first quarter. Also a couple nice assists. So if I got it right here, 12 of the 16 points he's been a part of, at least in some sorts.
And, I mean, they had 6 second chance points. So you take those away. I mean, still a deficit, but it's 10 to 8-point difference instead of 14 for Crestview.
Rager gets it inside, kicks it out, but turns it over, an unforced error. That's the third turnover on Huron this evening in Crestview. We'll get another possession here to start the second quarter.
Yeah, placed that one too high, kind of bounced off the top of his fingertips.
Thompson, right side, 3 in the air off the mark, and another foul on the rebound by Crestview. As you take a look at the Sutton Bank replay.
Yeah, that shove on the box out there. Now, you know, they'll let him go at it a bit because the art of boxing out's not really a generous, nice thing you have to do down in the paint, but I think they obviously saw a little bit more of shoving.
That's the first on Tyson Ringler. 5 different Cougars with fouls. So if there's any good thing to come out of that is nobody's in foul trouble as of yet. Good defense inside, kick back out for 3. Missed it, and back comes the Cougars. Cash in the corner, gets it straight away for 3. Up and over the backboard, and Hohler gets the board. Quickly ahead right side. Back to Hohler. fake the pass. He'll drive it in, kick it now to Lagondo. Back out front to Murray for three. He's on the board now.
Great ball movement on that possession. Everything orchestrated from Hohler, from the rebound down to the other coast.
All 5 starters for Huron have scored here in this first half. Ringler back out the cash for three. Can't get the answer to go. Ice cold start for the Cougars here in this district semi.
And if I recall, another kind of parallel to this, well, actually something the Cougars were involved in. I think they started off really cool in that game against Ontario earlier in the year, too, that I believe went to overtime.
They did. They fell in OT, but they did force overtime.
So they know within themselves that they can come back, but it's got to get started on the defensive side tonight, I think, for them.
However, when you have a man like Dylan Hohler on the other side getting offensive boards, it's going to be hard. He has 10 points in this first half. It's 21-2.
Right, it's a lot easier said than done.
Ringler for three, and again they can't get the ball to go. Kicked right side. Murray gets it back out to Rager in the corner. Inside, lost the handle out of bounds. It'll be a turnover.
I think what I'm liking about Huron's game, too, right now is they're taking other looks. When they have a basket in front of them, they're looking, though, checking, not taking too much time, but to see if there's a better shot available.
And on the other side, Crestview starting to get some open looks. It's just they're not falling. Jarek Ringler gets it out and around to Dylan Bruner. Bruner gets it back out front. Now it's Jarek Ringler trying to get inside. He does. Nice pass, and we'll get a foul and 2 shots for Owen Barker.
Nice to see them try and change things up a little bit, too. Nice cut to the hoop by Barker, and then draws the foul.
Lagondo called for the foul. It's his first. First free throw missed.
Would like to see maybe on some of their next possessions trying to go back inside. Barker's such a physical guy, at least given an opportunity to go to the line. However, 0 for 2.
And now the free throws aren't falling for the Cougars. Midway point of the second, 21-2. Rager to Lagondo, now to Hohler with a hand in his face, doesn't get it to go. Rebound to Crestview. Ringler kicks to his brother Tyson. Gets it rejected by McNulty. Back comes Jackson into the lane, puts it up off the back iron, but we'll get 2 free throws.
And you'll see he kind of slowed up the pace right there. A little bit of a high step went for the Euro, and then 3 Cougars are there, so inevitably he drew some contact.
Looked like it could have been a charge call there, but I don't know if there was enough contact to warrant it. Free throw good. Second one won't go. Rebound to the Cougars.
There's a bit of a missed opportunity they had. A guy out leading the pack could have tried to place a pass inside too.
Bruner's 3 almost all the way down, but back out. Rager on the left side. Looking for the cut, instead goes into the corner and then back out to him. 3 minutes left in the half. 20-point Huron lead. Coach James calling out a new play.
And I was going to say they got to be content to probably slow their pace a little bit too. However, I mean, you might want to put up as many points as you can, but
Lagondo along the baseline. What a pass inside the Rager for 2.
Their guys are just clicking tonight. And see, immediately they're jammed up so quickly. Sorry.
No, you're fine. That's exactly. I just had no words for this defensive performance right now. It's just throwing Crestview completely off. Look at you interrupting me for once.
Yeah, I know. See how the tides have turned.
Only that was a good time for that to happen. Double team, back out, ball fake. Gets it to Tyson Ringler. Out to Owen Barker. He's going to try to drive it in, forces it up. Offensive foul.
Let's see. I know Barker's not happy with it, but let's see here on our Sutton Bank replay. As we say, Travis, it because of that lean.
Yep.
The
shoulder.
forward motion of that shoulder. Barker will pick up his second foul.
So with under 2 to play, Crestview still has yet to score in this quarter. It's an 8-0 quarter by Huron. Into the lane out right side. 3 in the air. Off the mark. Rebound the Crestview. Thompson. Almost turned it over, but saved by Heath Cash. Cash now crosses, gets into the lane, and draws the foul.
Good job saving the turnover and avoiding that and then drawing a foul on the shot. That's something they may just have to go to. I know Barker missed both free throws, but they've got to get something going. They got to see the ball go through the net.
That's the first foul on Adam Murray. And Crestview's on the board in the second quarter.
Barker will check out.
Both fall. (24-4) now as we hit 70 seconds left in the half. Murray, he's going to take it with a full head of steam and miss.
Going so quick, I think he had no other choice trying to put that one up.
Ringler into the lane. Ball fakes, puts it up and in. 4 straight for Crestview. They finally got something going here towards the end of the half.
And while it doesn't fix everything, it at least has created some form of spark to try and light that fire.
You'd think if they can get one more stop and another bucket before the quarter that they'd be feeling a little bit better. But Coach James nixing that by calling for the final shot of the half. Hohler. Hands off the Rager. Ten seconds as they're about to run the final play of the half. Gets his screen. He's going to try driving into the lane. Off the hands of Hohler and out of bounds with 1.7 left. So at least Crestview
They'll get to put up a heave.
at the least will be down 18 at the half, and that won't go. But the Cougars, a little bit of life headed into the break, the last 4 points of the quarter. But still, Huron leads this one 24-6. We'll take a break. We'll be back with the Civista Bank halftime report right after this. You're watching District Semifinal basketball here on the OH Report.
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Casasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, you just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Casasa.
Need your lawn looking its best? Then Clips and Cuts is who you call. We have the knowledge, experience, and passion to create the most beautiful lawns and landscaping for residential and commercial mowing, plus complete landscape installments, landscape design, shrub pruning, and tree trimming. We also specialize in hardscape, offering a variety of patios, retaining walls, water features, and even snow plowing during the winter months. Call Nick Ritchie to schedule your services today.
Hi, I'm Josh with Scout Construction, proud sponsor of local teams and athletes. Check out your favorite local sports right here on the OH Report.
This evening's District Boys Basketball contest brought to you live and free on the OH Report thanks to our generous sponsors. Simonson Construction, from concept to completion, we can help you make a plan, refine your vision, and build a path for success. Sutton Bank, earn the cash reward of your choice for doing simple activities with Casasa. ArcelorMittal, smarter steels for people and planet, hiring now with competitive wages and benefits. Visit ArcelorMittal.com and click careers for more details. Civista Bank, committed to developing generations of lifelong relationships built on trust, expertise, and exceptional service. And Clips and Cuts Lawn Care LLC, Clips and Cuts provides superior lawn care and quality landscaping services for the North Central Ohio area. We'll take another break, and when we come back, the Civista Bank halftime report, live and free right here on the OH Report.
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Casasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, you just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Casasa.
We welcome you back inside the Civista Bank halftime report, where your score at the break 24-6 in favor of third-seeded Huron over second-seeded Crestview. Travis Berardi back here with Hayden Gray, and it was all Huron in that first quarter, and that's given them the comfortable lead.
They got out to such a nice start on the floor. Hohler had 10 points in that first quarter, and they've never really looked back. They slowed down a little bit, just 8 points in the second quarter, but what they've been able to do defensively has allowed them to have that flexibility to not suffer as much from knocking down as many shots in the second quarter.
So we take a look at our halftime stats brought to you by Civista Bank. 2 field goals for the Cougars. That's all they were able to hit so far this evening. 11 field goals, 1 3 for Huron. 5 of those field goals coming off the hands of Dylan Hohler. 16-7 on the boards as well. A lot of offensive rebounds. I have them down for 7 at least on the offensive glass, Hayden.
Yeah, and those have turned into very productive second chance points for Huron. While they weren't able to get on some of those first shots, they've stuck with it. They've followed their shots, and they've just been more physical than Crestview. So I'm sure that this, was a message in the locker room for Crestview at halftime, just trying to get them a little bit more level-headed, letting them know that, I say anytime there's a big gap, you can't make up 18 points all in one go, all in one possession. Just, try and chip away at it.
Should take a look at the leading scorer for the game. Dylan Hohler, our player spotlight, averages 20.4 points per game. He's halfway there through one half. He's at 10. And then our player spotlight for Crestview is Justice Thompson, averaging 15.8, but he's been limited to only 2 points in this game. He's going to have to get going if the Cougars are going to want to get back into this game. But like you mentioned earlier, they were down big to Division II Ontario, forced overtime before falling. Can they get something like this to go? Looking at the scoring by quarter, 16-2 Huron after one, but then after that was 8-4 Huron in the second, so Crestview kind of calmed down that way. Individual scoring in that first half. Hohler with 10 for Huron. Lagondo, Rager with 4, Murray and McNulty with 3. As for Crestview, Jarek Ringler and Justice Thompson 2 each. Heath Cash with 2, and that's it.
Yeah, these are those games, that made me think of that Ontario game. These are one you have to look back and remember that you're a team that can fight. Everyone remembers that double overtime thriller with Madison, a Division I school. They were able to come out victorious. So it's within this team. They just got to get things clicking.
Turnaround jumper by Thompson. Rolls off the rim, no good. So Huron will get its first possession of the second half. Hohler kicks it right side. Lagondo for 3. Nothing but nylon.
Nice way to start off the second half, and that's the scary thing too. Huron not really a team that leaned heavily on those three-point attempts or makes in the first half.
Crestview without a 3 in this one. They went 2 of 19 from the field in the first half as they turn that one over. Hohler. He's going to pull up for 3. He's going to be too strong, though. And Crestview will get possession. Thompson will back things out, kick it straight away for Heath Cash into the lane. Left side now. Ringler puts it up and in.
Great job by Cash there, the dish. Even that close to the basket, he saw he had an open Cougar to the left.
27-8. Hohler. He's going to get into the lane. He's going to scoop it, get blocked, but puts it back up and misses. A third time won't go. And the Cougars get the rebound despite 2 offensive boards. Justice Thompson nearly walked, but will get a foul and free throws for the Cougars, so they're continuing on that little bit of momentum that ended the half.
Barker went 0 for 2 from the free throw line in the first half. See if he can cash in his first on the other end tonight, on the other hoop.
And again, it won't go. He's 0 of 3. Makes the second. 27-9. Rager. He's going to drive it in, pull up. Knew it was missed right off the bat, gets his own rebound, but throws it away. So again, the Cougars survive an offensive board.
Coach wanted him to go back up with the offensive rebound, but I must say, before the turnover, that was the perfect example of they're just going the extra mile. They're following their shots. They've just got their effort a little bit more up right now on the dial.
Straight ahead for Cash. He loses it, but it's deflected off of Huron, and we'll stay with Crestview here with 5:39 left in the third.
Some of these passes have just been behind. They've been a little bit behind. You got to lead your intended receiver on that pass.
Cougars get it into Ringler. spins, gets it back out to Thompson, but he turns it over. Another Crestview turnover. Rager spins, kicks it back out to Murray. Then it's way into Hohler. Gets the man up in the air, and he will go to the line for 2 free throws. And just that little hesitation got the defender up.
Yeah, you get a second look at it slowed down on our Sutton Bank replay, and I believe – did they call that one on Barker? I couldn't hear.
I think they called that on Murray, actually.
I believe that'll be his second foul. It is, and they did call it on Murray. Him
Hohler.
And Barker will check out.
Hohler misses the first free throw. But he hits the second. 28-9. Hohler now with 11. Left side, quick three. Might have been deflected, but an offensive board. Put back up and in. Tyson Ringler. Tough bucket, makes it a 17-point game.
Yeah, he did a nice job of putting that one up with enough strength, even with just one arm, one hand.
McNulty in the corner gets it back out to Rager. Now to Lagondo on the other side, looking for a cutting Hohler. He gets it. Nice pass inside, and more free throws will be coming. McNulty will go to the line.
Winner of this game will take on the winner of our second game tonight. 5th seeded Margaretta and top seed Cardinal Stritch will face off. This has kind of been a different district this year, as you mentioned. Huron coming to Division III, and then on the other side, Margaretta, formerly in Division IV. They're in Division III now.
First free throw, no good. McNulty now 1 of 3 from the line. Hits the second. He now has 4. It's 29-11. Left side to Cash, kicks it out. Good ball fake, 3 in the air, too strong. And the Cougars still have not hit a 3 here this evening. Hohler into the corner, 3 in the air. Offensive board. And then a foul. This Huron team just continues to fight inside the paint.
They do not give up. I mean, that second one was kind of the right place, right time off the tip. But the fact that they were able to even force it to that, it just can't continue to happen if you expect to try and come back. You can't give up 2 or 3 offensive rebounds.
Foul is on Jarek Ringler.
But Huron has not shown much strength from the free throw line tonight. They've kind of gone about 50% per visit to the free throw strike.
You are correct. They are 3 of 6.
Aha.
And now you're wrong because they
Now
are
I am
3 of
wrong.
7. Rebound the Crestview. Midway point of the third, 29-11. Thompson kicks it left side to Cash for 3, and finally Crestview hits from beyond the arc. 29-14. It's back down to a 15-point game on the other end. Cougars get a rebound. Maybe a little bit of momentum here if they can score. Cash. Back out to Ringler as they will reset. Looks for the screen instead, doesn't take it. Gets inside the lane, spins and gets it in. Ringler with 6, and now it's a 13-point game.
Starting to feel oddly familiar to last night, Travis. Now we know how that one turned out, but Northmore had a sizable. They were up as much as 20 almost at one point. That's what Huron had here tonight, and here comes Crestview fighting back.
Well, you remember what happened in a district final last year here on this floor. Is it the Norwalk Magic? Well, McNulty has something to say about it as he scores. He has 6. It's 31-16. Cash. Back outside and around to Ringler. Now Cash with it, another 3. Got it again. Again he hits.
Wow. He's ready to go now. And see, that's what they got to do. They got to be consistent on both ends of the floors.
Hohler inside. Double team, kicks it back out. Lost it, but it will stay with Huron as we take a look at the 3. With a hand in his face as well, nothing but net. Murray to inbound. Gets it to Rager as he pulls it out. 2:10 left in the third. It's a 12-point game. It's going to be kicked by Crestview.
Kind of caught a break, I think, on the kick here. There's a chance Huron could have grabbed that.
Yeah, let's say Crestview because the kick is what caused the miss. That's deflected off.
It was a tough place to inbound.
Hohler almost put his hands on that, but pulled him away at the last second. Lagondo gets it back out to Murray. Under 2 to play in the third. Crestview now with a stop and a bucket would be in a great position getting this back to 10. And all Hohler can do is just throw it off a defender and they'll inbound again.
They have shut down the baseline drives. They're not allowing Hohler or whoever for Huron to get in there. They've had to try and bounce it off, deflect.
McNulty with the inbounds gets it to Rager. Nice spin move, pulls up. Doesn't get it, but a long rebound for 3 is airballed and out of bounds.
So here it comes. Cougar defense, probably one of the strongest possessions or back-to-back sets of possessions they've had all night right there.
90 seconds left in the third. Cougars have a chance to cut this to 10 or even 9. For a chance at 9, yes! Heath Cash with his third 3 of the quarter, and just like that, we've got ourselves a ball game again, folks. 31-22.
Crestview crowd is now fully back into it as well.
We're going to get a block inside before the shot, but it allows us to take a look at Heath Cash with the heat check, and he's still hot.
He's got 11 points on the night now.
That was on Cash. That's his first. McNulty spins, passes it inside to Lagondo. Can't get it to go, but a foul called. And folks, let's take a look at the replay.
Tough to tell, but I let nothing easy. Of course, if you don't agree with the call, that's something you have to deal with. But hey, you're sending them to the free throw line where they have not shot well.
And they continue to not. That's a third straight miss by Lagondo. It is the third foul on Jarek Ringler, and it didn't look like he made contact, but as always we say that swipe, if it's even close, the ref's going to call it. Might not be the right call, but that's how it is.
4 straight.
0 of 2. Into the lane, puts it up, foul, and we'll get free throws for the Cougars.
And I mean, I'd be lying to everyone if I didn't say I was even starting to become a little bit doubtful at halftime there as well when it was dreary and they'd still, a few minutes before, only had 2 points. But for those that know this Crestview team just as good but definitely better than I do, I mean, you don't get over 20 wins as a fluke. It doesn't matter who you play. To get over 20 wins at any level.
Doesn't matter what division you play. There's good competition up and down.
So you had to know that they were going to have some kind of run, some kind of fight.
Ringler with 6 in the second half. It's a 7-point game. Huron's only scored 7 points in this quarter.
Hohler's limping. He's grabbing that right foot.
Maybe a bit of cramping. Nearly turned over, and we'll get a timeout, but momentum. Crestview with 27.7 left in the third. An 18-7 quarter for the Cougars.
And I mean, what they've been able to do here in this quarter, that it doesn't erase everything completely. You're still trailing, but you duplicate something like that there in the fourth.
Going back to our comments section. Brandy Goodwin, dang, playing teams in your actual division is real. Yeah, Huron playing a team in its division, Crestview, coming back at them right now, 31-24. David Grabber, second half comeback of the season, Cougars. Play your game and keep advancing. That's what they've done in this third quarter. Then Rhonda Carey, let's go Cougars.
I mean, we just talked about on the podcast on Monday some amazing comebacks we've seen so far in the tournament. Not to jinx anything. That is not my intention, but I think this kind of has to go up there and would arguably, depending on how the rest of the action pans out, would take my top spot.
430 watching. And I see in the comments on YouTube a lot of Firelands Conference lovers out there. Huron with the inbounds. Looking to stop this Crestview run. Cougars have taken control since the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. Rager. He gets it off to Bo Harkleroad. Inside block. And that's how the quarter's going to end. What a possession by Crestview, as Huron will get possession to start the fourth. But folks, we got ourselves a game here. 31-24 the score as we head to money time after the break, live and free on the OH Report.
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Sutton Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, you just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Sutton.
It is money time here from Norwalk High School in this first Division III district semifinal of the day. Crestview with a 18-7 third quarter has it back to within 7, 31-24. Travis Berardi alongside Hayden Gray as the Cougars get a stop to start the quarter.
I mean, things have absolutely kind of replicated themselves here for Huron. Crestview now, the team that's hot from the field, has all the momentum.
Thompson into the lane, puts it up and in. His fourth point. It's a 2-possession game.
And I mean, Hohler, he had 10 points in the first quarter. Now he's got 11 total. They've held him to 1 point the last 2 quarters.
McNulty out to Murray. Now to Rager. He's going to get inside, pick up his dribble, and kick it back out. Murray now into the lane, stops. Crestview really shutting down these passing lanes in the second half. And a rejection out of bounds. It'll stay with Huron.
That's the second big rejection we've seen here in about the last 5 minutes of total game action from Crestview. Gets the crowd going.
Inbounds to Hohler. Now to Rager into the lane. And a hand check called against Crestview. That'll be the second on Heath Cash. 6:51 left in regulation, 31-26 Huron. Open layup, doesn't go!
Wow. Tough break right there. That was a nicely executed inbound play.
Left side, 3 for Thompson, yes!
2-point game.
7 points for Justice, it's 31-29. Are you not entertained, folks? Timeout, Huron. Wow!
Had to get a timeout for the shoe. I don't think they'll actually huddle up or anything, but
it gives us a chance to kind of regroup.
Starting to get ruckus. These are the type of environments that even give me chills.
Rager gets it to McNulty, pulls it up, and finally Huron scores to break the drought. It's 33-29, but now with 6 minutes left, it's anybody's game.
Right, now you've got to bat to it within. You don't want to, but you can live with that shot. That was a nice shot from the elbow. You have a little bit more flexibility now. Now you're not down 20. Now you're down 4.
Cash into the corner. Back ahead to Ringler. Ringler, he's going to pull up off the glass. No. And a foul, I believe, is going to go against Crestview.
Looks like they're sorting things out. Looks like caught an elbow to the face there on the tail end of the rebound attempt.
That'll be the second on Dylan Bruner. And I believe we're going to get free throws.
Maybe making him check out.
Foul.
They want him to get checked out by the trainers.
And it'll be a full timeout so they can get him checked out and back in the game. But completely different game here in the last 20 minutes. It was 24-6 Huron at the break.
And I mean, this thing for a while was looking pretty dreary for Cougar fans. I mean, we were inside of 3 minutes left in the half, and they still had 2 points, 1 field goal. Remarkable, the game that we have in front of us now, to reflect back on the first half and look now. I'm not sure even I would have honestly said we'd be here at a 4-point game.
It's a 23-9 second half thus far in favor of Crestview. As we go back to our comments section, a lot of people watching now on the OH Report. Doug Shasky, go Crestview. David, the assassin Thompson, baby, nothing but net on that 3. Dora Brown, way to go Crestview. Bev Owens, keep fighting Cougars. Kathy Dodge, our favorite statistician. Wow. Yeah, wow. Jason Hissong, go Cougars. Ross Kuhn checking in. Hello, Ross. Let's go Cougs. Jared Hipp keeps sending here onto the line. They can't make free throws, and that's honestly what's been happening right now. And Brian Edwards, go Tigers. Thanks, OH Report, for broadcasting the game. Well, thank you for watching.
And we will have those free throws, and he'll step back in to shoot them. We'll see how he's feeling after taking that blow down on the other end.
Over 450 watching this evening. First free throw, too strong. Rebound, Crestview.
I believe that might be the 5th missed free throw in a row.
Cougars again can cut this to 1 possession. Thompson picks up the dribble. Gets it over to, I believe, is Sam Wells. Sam's 24 in the scorebook, but I believe 22 here tonight. He takes it in, jump stops, kicks it back out. Ringler now into the lane. He'll look to kick. Oh, and he missed. His brother behind him underneath the hoop, wide open. Cash, he has 3 threes in the second half. He's going to force one up, but he's fouled and bailed out.
Kind of just had to put his head down that time. There was not a lot of movement. Had a couple guys to his right, couple guys to his left, kind of jammed up. Just try to go in and try and draw a foul. Did a nice job.
Fouls on Murray. back to a one-possession game. 12 points now for Heath. Apologies for the scoreboard. Computers, guys. I mean, come on, right? Second free throw, in and out. That was the computer's fault on that miss.
Computer jinx.
33-30, 5 minutes left in regulation. McNulty back to Hohler, who hasn't scored a field goal in this second half. Double team, forces one up, misses, but an offensive board. Rager into the lane, puts it up and in.
Good take, recovering after coming down and missing that free throw.
His first points of the second half, and Brian, thank you. That is Sam Wells for 3, just short. Rebound to Huron. Kicks it right side for 3. Hohler with the board, puts it up and in.
It's a big time to get his first field goal of the half. Hohler comes up clutch here, approaching 4 minutes left.
7-point lead for Huron once again. Spin move back out, deep 3 in the air, too strong. Rebound to Huron as now Crestview starting to go cold as we're under 4 to play. Murray into the corner to McNulty, looking to skip it. Instead gets it back out front, now into the hands of Hohler. Thought about the 3 for a second, instead will drive around the arc. Murray backs it out. Rager, Huron running some clock now, up 7, loses the handle, turns it over and fouls.
He picked up his dribble and then lost control.
That's Rager's second, only the 14th foul against Huron, but Crestview will get possession back, down 7. Winner will face the winner of our next game here at Norwalk between 5th seeded Margaretta and 1st seed, top seeded Cardinal Stritch. Into the lane, off the glass, and in a quick bucket for Crestview.
That's a great bucket. He's got a lot of length that can be utilized. I really like that take to the hoop.
10 for Ringler. Spin move for Rager. Gets it back out. Murray. He pulls it back, picks up his dribble. Into the corner. Lagondo, he's going to drive it in, gets the defender up, nearly gets the and one to fall, but he will go back to the line where Huron struggled as of late.
And he's been 0 for 4 in the third quarter, or in the second half from the free throw line. So a guy that you don't personally mind fouling much if you're Crestview, but a chance at redemption here for Huron.
Finally, he hits. That breaks his 0 of 4 streak. 6-point lead now. This to extend it to 3 possessions, and he does.
So now in the next 2:40, Crestview's going to have to find a way to get some points and get a stop. They've got to try and get this below a 3-possession game within probably the next minute before things get very difficult.
Ringler over to Tyson, to Jarek. All these Ringlers out here confusing me. Jarek now. Hands off. Will actually keep it, spins into the lane, puts it up and in.
And they've got to keep working through him right now. You're kind of running out of time. He's got the hot hand, 2 minutes to go. I keep trying to work through him.
5-point game as we do hit the 2-minute mark. Rager puts it up. Off the glass, no good. Ball on the ground for a rebound. And a timeout, but did he have possession?
I don't know. This whole entire sequence right here. Ooh.
He did get it back, though, and I think
There's like a chunk where he loses it, but then
when it was called, he did not have it, but then he grabbed it.
That's tough in real
rolled.
time. That's really tough. That could really come down to, you know, depending on what they do here this possession. It's really only one, maybe two officials that had a decent look at it, but
I think that's referees calling it a little too fast because they don't want anybody getting hurt.
This could, this could be a big possession, or it could not. But depending on if they're able to put some points up right here, that's that stop Crestview needed after scoring some points to try and make things a two-possession game. So we'll see how this plays out.
Yeah, once again, inside the offensive paint, Huron at least able to, they didn't get the offensive board, but they were able to keep possession.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be Hohler inbounding on the side. So they get it back to him. Kicks it to Lagondo, and then he turns it over. Back comes Crestview. Cash puts it up, rejected by Hohler. But the Cougars will maintain possession. That would have gone into the 7th row if there were bleachers back there.
Yeah, good job pacing it from Hohler.
Cougars need a bucket.
Got to get it inbounds.
They barely do, but turn it over. "90 seconds left in regulation."
It's another moment you kind of earmark right there as vital, seeing how important that'll come in the grand scheme of things. Got to get some pressure.
And we're going to get a push.
Could be the 8th foul, on Crestview, so Huron will be heading to the free throw line.
That'll be Barker's 4th. And to the line will be Luke Rager. Bruner checks back in for the Cougars, as well as Sam Wells. Needs to make both to extend this to a 3-possession game. First free throw good.
Biggest free throw attempts of the game so far tonight. Crestview does have 3 timeouts remaining.
Made them both. 1:15 left. Ringler gets it to Wells, then back out to Cash. Cash out to Thompson. Thompson tries driving in. Collision, turnover.
And they've got a foul now under 60 seconds.
Can't foul that guy, though. Cash was down, might have rolled his ankle. And we'll get a foul.
Way too much time just came off the clock there, Travis. Good 20 seconds.
So this will be a 2-shot foul now on Rager, for Rager. But if you're the Cougars right now, you're just thinking, man, if we hit a couple shots early on, how could this game go?
That's going to be the most difficult thing, I think, for them if they are to end up, not advancing past tonight if their season comes to an end. I'm sure for a lot of these guys, that first half, it's going to be what eats away at you.
Second free throw good. As Coach Kurtz will call a timeout. And on the other side for Huron, Crestview had this down to 1 possession. Kind of a gut check, but they were able to respond and get this lead back out to 8.
Yeah, absolutely. It's gonna remind you that you cannot get complacent for any moment, and you got to know that you're gonna have some ups and downs yourself as well. Huron looked untouchable in that first half, and then they went through some rough patches. So sometimes that'll be something that'll help them, though. Again, so that if they are to move on tonight, in all likelihood, it looks like they will. Those will be things that Coach can really hone in on and try and emphasize through whatever exercises they do until Saturday's championship game. And we'll find out who they will face shortly after this game's over. It'll be 5th-seeded Margaretta taking on number 1 seed Cardinal Stritch. That game will be back here on Saturday at Norwalk High School again.
We're going to switch things up. Hayden will be on the call of game number 2. So the Cougars need a quick bucket. Cash, he will try the deep 3. Banks it, no good. Hohler with the rebound. Gets it to Rager, and he gets it across the timeline. McNulty is going to get fouled.
Huron can knock these down. That'll pretty much be the sealer for the Tigers to advance, making their back-to-back trip to the district final game this year in Division III.
Give the Cougars credit for the big comeback in the second half as the first free throw goes down. 9 points now for McNulty.
You're exactly correct, though. Got to give a lot of credit to the fight of this Crestview team. It is so easy, no matter what's at stake, to just, kind of throw in a towel when you're down that much. But they sure didn't, and they fought with their hearts tonight.
Cash for another 3, short. Hohler with the rebound, and that should do it. Five seconds, and Huron will move on to the district final. They hold off the Crestview comeback and win it 43-34. We'll take a break. When we come back, our MVP as well as our post-game show right here, live and free on the OH Report.
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Casasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, it just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Casasa.
Need your lawn looking its best? Then Clips and Cuts is who you call. We have the knowledge, experience, and passion to create the most beautiful lawns and landscaping for residential and commercial mowing, plus complete landscape installments, landscape design, shrub pruning, and tree trimming. We also specialize in hardscape, offering a variety of patios, retaining walls, water features, and even snow plowing during the winter months. Call Nick Ritchie to schedule your services today.
Hi, I'm Josh with Scout Construction, proud sponsor of local teams and athletes. Check out your favorite local sports right here on the OH Report.
This evening's district semifinal live stream brought to you live and free on the OH Report thanks to our generous sponsors. Simonson Construction, from concept to completion, we can help you make a plan, refine your vision, and build a path for success. Sutton Bank, earn the cash reward of your choice for doing simple activities with Casasa. ArcelorMittal, smarter steels for people and planet, hiring now with competitive wages and benefits. Visit arcelormittal.com and click careers for more details. Civista Bank, committed to developing generations of lifelong relationships built on trust, expertise, and exceptional service. And Clips and Cuts Lawn Care, LLC. Clips and Cuts provides superior lawn care and quality landscaping services for the North Central Ohio area. Thank you all for allowing us to bring you these games live and free to fans on the OH Report. As we welcome you back inside the Civista Bank post-game show. Where Huron gets the victory over Crestview and hands the Cougars their third and final loss of the season. 43-34 despite a great comeback by Crestview in the second half. And while we await our MVP, let's take a look at the final stats here, brought to you by Civista Bank. 16-12 field goals. Remember, this was 11-2 at the half. Crestview 4 threes in that third and fourth quarter. Huron unable to hit a three in that second half. They did finish out rebounding Crestview 29-17. Turnovers about the same. Fouls, though, Crestview 17-7. It allowed Huron to go 9 of 19 from the free throw line. They have to clean that up if they want to have a chance at a district championship. While the Cougars were 6 of 10 from the field. Individual scoring for this evening's game. 9 points from Jake Lagondo. 9 points from Luke Rager. 3 from Adam Murray. 13 from Dylan Hohler. 9 from Jackson McNulty, a balanced effort. As for Crestview, 12 points from Heath Cash. 1 from Owen Barker. 7 from Justice Thompson. 12 from Jarek Ringler. And 2 from Tyson Ringler. Score by quarter. Goes like this. 16-2 Huron after one. They then outscored Crestview 8-4 in the second for the 24-6 score at the break. Crestview then started their comeback 18-7 in the third to cut it to 7 at 31-24. They had this down to 2 points at one point in the fourth quarter, but Huron able to recover with a 12-10 fourth for the 43-34 final. So we'll take one more break, and when we come back, we will have our MVP right here, live and free, from Norwalk, exclusively on the OH Report.
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Casasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, it just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Casasa.
Need your lawn looking its best? Then Clips and Cuts is who you call. We have the knowledge, experience, and passion to create the most beautiful lawns and landscaping for residential and commercial mowing, plus complete landscape installments, landscape design, shrub pruning, and tree trimming. We also specialize in hardscape, offering a variety of patios, retaining walls, water features, and even snow plowing during the winter months. Call Nick Ritchie to schedule your services today.
Hi, I'm Josh with Scout Construction, proud sponsor of local teams and athletes. Check out your favorite local sports right here on the OH Report.
Time now for our ArcelorMittal MVP. And it is Huron's Dylan Hohler with a team-high 13 points as Huron knocks off second-seeded Crestview to advance to the district championship game. First of all, congratulations, Dylan. Before we get to the second half and the craziness of that, take me through the first half. You had 10 points pretty much in the first and the beginning of the second quarter. Just what worked for you in that first half?
I was just crashing the offensive rebound, getting rebounds, putting them back in, and then I was just cutting and moving off the ball. My teammates were giving me good passes. I was just hitting layups. And
was that a point of emphasis for you guys in this game, the offensive rebounding against Crestview to get those second chance points?
Yeah, we had athleticness over them, so we were longer, getting rebounds. Me, Jackson, and Jake, and just doing a great job on the glass.
I know, last year D2 district champions for you guys coming into D3. I know the competition doesn't drop down that much, but how much did you take the experience of that Division II district and regional to bring it into this one?
Yeah, going into districts and made it to regionals last year, we brought a bunch of guys back that were on that team, so we knew we had a chance to do it again this year, so we have a shot to win it again this year.
All right, now let's get to that second half where it seemed like Crestview just flipped on an offensive switch. They had this down to 2 points, but it seemed like you guys stayed calm, cool, and collected and then pushed the lead back out. Just what was going through your guys' minds as that comeback began, and then when you were able to keep the lead and pull it out?
Yeah, we knew they were going to start hitting shots. They didn't make a whole lot in the first half, so we knew some of them were going to fall for them, but we just had to keep our composure, which we did, and we got the win.
You're moving on for another district championship against either Cardinal Strix, the top seed, or 5th seed in Margaretta. What do you guys need to do to get prepared for that game and to possibly get another district final championship?
We just need to keep playing together. All year we've been a great team. We're all great friends on the team, so we just need to keep building on that.
And finally, you want to look into the camera, give anybody a shout-out? Go for it.
Shout out my coach and all my teammates. It's been a great year. Let's keep this thing going.
All right, Dylan Hohler, a team-high 13 points as Huron moving on to the district championship. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right, that will wrap things up here from Norwalk High School. Want to thank everybody that helped make things possible today. Hayden Gray on camera and color commentary. Our sponsor, Simonson Construction, our scoreboard sponsor. Sutton Bank, our instant replay sponsor. ArcelorMittal, MVP sponsor. Civista Bank, our pregame, halftime, postgame sponsor. And Clips and Cuts, Lawn Care LLC, our commercial sponsor. We want to thank the fine folks here at Norwalk High School as well as the HSAA for allowing us to bring you these games live and free. It was a big comeback for Crestview, but Huron able to hold on. They advance to the district final on Saturday. For Hayden Gray, I'm Travis Berardi saying so long for now. We'll be back in about 10 minutes for game number 2.